Okay,
No?
there it is. It's on.
Well,
Hey, everybody, welcome.
I might as well straighten out the camera then.
Mr. O is going to work on the camera. Well, I welcome you to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon!
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
Oh, that's better.
Did Violet say, let's see, where was that? I think I was way up the list though. Da-da-da, let's see. The list, no sound, can't hear. Marcia's here, Sally's here. Uh-oh. Okay.
So we're back.
Gina, Marcia, Sally.
Hi, Libra.
Sally. And Libra.
So I'm doing all this tech promo stuff and then I forget to turn on the sound.
Oh, well, perfect world. Well, anyway, I was saying that I had spun strength for Sunny the cat, as we were opening the show there. So welcome. I don't know if everybody saw in the promo that he added the cards that we would be using for today, the deck, so we don't have to take time announcing them.
I'll probably mention them as I use them.
So I'll just get right to it with the Oracle for the Collective. We have the Hummingbird Wisdom cards. And I was welcoming Serenata dos Gatos to our program. Welcome. You will be on the list.
Oh, thank you, Angel. It was meant to help cut down on some of our blather time, but then I screwed up with the sound, so...
No comment.
The best laid plans.
All right. We have Mr. O pick a hummingbird.
Thank you,
out for
everyone.
us.
Thank you.
I saw your thing about
we knew Robin Wood. Right? It's Robin Wood, right?
Oh, the Robin Wood Tarot. Yeah.
Robin Wood.
I've got an autographed deck.
She was native to our area. She lived really not very far from where we live. And, of course, she died of cancer a couple years ago. I think it was cancer, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think I got the strength card in that deck autographed by
She
her.
was minorly involved in the local pagan community. Not very, but she did show up. And, of course, she did do the Robin Wood Tarot. Literally one of the first tarots of that sort, kind of a new take or derivation off of the Arthur Waite writer style.
It's a beautiful deck. It really is.
Yeah, we miss her.
Here you go, Mr. O. Pick a hummingbird.
Hummingbird, don't fly away.
What you got?
I have a hummingbird. I have pollination.
Ooh.
And it says, pay attention to new thoughts and ideas as they are seeds that will soon blossom into fulfilling opportunities and prospects.
As the hummingbird flits amid the flowers, it not only is feeding itself, but also assisting in the creation of new life through pollination. This card heralds a time of fertilization for you. Just as the hummingbird assists the plants in forming new seeds for reproduction, you are being helped by your guides, angels, and deceased loved ones who know you are ready to receive and act on new ideas and inspirations. This is a time to pay close attention to your dreams, as well as to spend time daydreaming. Trust in those thoughts that seem to come out of the blue, since they are divinely delivered onto the wings of a heavenly pollinator. Your dream time is ideal for receiving new ideas and inspirations, since your thinking mind is at rest and causing little resistance. Before going to sleep for the next several nights, call on the energy of Hummingbird to clear the path between you and the higher realms so that you can fully receive the divine wisdom that is being transmitted to you. Also, ask Hummingbird and your angels to help you vividly remember any dreams that are offering guidance. Immediately upon waking, jot down the details from the night before. Throughout the day, make note of any ideas or thoughts that pop into your consciousness. Follow your intuition as to what actions to take next to care for your newly planted seeds. Then watch with delight as they sprout and bloom into glorious creation. And there's an affirmation. I pay attention to and act on the inspirations and ideas that are coming to me. It's a very, very nice card. You know, we all get these thoughts that pop into our heads. Gosh, if only I had written more down. But you know, that's just it. They're divinely inspired. Don't ignore them.
Hi, Kara.
Hi, Kara. Don't ignore them. By all means, you know, there may be, even if it's not a direct message to you, it may, you know, be something that will mean something to you more later. So do write them down.
And I'm reminded of a beautiful, very short song on the Short Stories album by John Anderson and Van Gillies, who did Chariots of Fire. And it's called Hummingbird Song. And it's kind of like about a person who says they know or understand the universe because the hummingbird came to their hand.
Okay. I'm trying to remember that one. I'm not as familiar. I should know it. Anyway, that's what we have for the collective. And by the way, the Hummingbird Wisdom Oracle cards is illustrated by Yasmin Westwood and Ellen. Oh gosh, I can't even say the name because I can't really read it. It's too light on here. Come on. Ellen Valadares. Illustrated by Yasmin Westwood. Okay.
All right.
Eyes. I think I need new glasses this year for sure.
Me too, Banshee.
No. It's going to be time. That's why I got to check those health benefits. Anyway, all right. So let's get the show on the road. We have Aaliyah first. So let's go ahead with your question, Aaliyah. I'm trying to think. Sunny.
There we go.
All right. Well, I think that's a yes, no, straight up, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay, so I'll use the Crawley Thoth Tarot.
Look how cute you are. Sonny's just rolling around here, having a good time, taking up all my space. He's been on this table a lot with me today. I was doing some things, and there he was most of the morning.
I have a couple of fandoms, but they're probably more, more overly popular or less obscure. Like I'm into the Dark Shadows fandom, but I'm also into the Marvel Universe fandom. And I've been hearing lots of really cool things about the upcoming movies, so I can relate to that excitement. There you go.
Okay.
Sunny Bunny. Hey, Sunny.
I have my own. Oh, you're playing with him. That's fine. I thought you were handing me a wand. Okay.
All right. Counters.
Sonny's waving at you, Kara. Well, not really. But we can say he is.
All right, so it looks like it's leaning towards more likely no. There's only one ace, which I'm going to show us here. That one. Oh, I see he's knocked our thing around a little bit. And then we have the Hanged Man.
Upright, yeah.
Upright. And then we have the Four of Swords upright.
That's interesting. You know what I'm thinking, Aaliyah? I just have this feeling looking at those cards that they're going to leave you hanging on that one. Literally. You know, that they may just keep you guessing about that.
Well, the other interesting thing is that the Four of Swords in Crowley's deck, they tend to have a keyword significator. And it says truce, which sort of sounds like a stalemate or a cliffhanger, you know, like. So once again, it sort of adds to the idea like they want to leave it up in the air or sort of at a nervous impasse of sorts.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe they're going to keep things hanging. That's what it looks like to me. I'll be curious to find out what happens there, but that would be my guess with the cards that we have pulled, and especially since it's leaning towards no. Now, it's not a definite no. There's possibilities here, but those cards, like he said, it really kind of looks like stalemate.
Yeah, or you didn't say it exactly, but I'm thinking like, you know, with these kind of, you know, fiction genres, there's bait and switch storylines where they lead you in one direction and then they say, whoops, we fooled you. Okay, so I have gotten the letter, which is a communication that may or may not happen. And you got the cross. Oh, dear.
I wonder what that's about. I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe I shouldn't have pulled these in context with your question. But, you know, it looks to me like there might be something that's revealed. I'm going to say that like with the letter that there's news. There's something that's revealed that either might be a disappointment or worry or cause some grief.
That's what I think, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, may not be happy for the two of them maybe. Or maybe something's going to happen that's going to affect one of them. You know, this is show plotting I'm thinking of here.
So
but
maybe
at
not.
any rate,
yeah,
I think things are left kind of hanging.
All right.
All right, good. Interesting question, Aaliyah. I always like to stretch myself with some of these. So thank you. Hey, Estelle, you are up. Well, hopefully not, but something, you know, that might affect both of them might happen in the show. I'm just speculating here. That's probably what that relates to.
All right, your question or your deck.
Let's see. I'll use this one. It's the mermaid deck.
And Estelle asks, is my ex Alabek happy with Dinara? So my pointer wand that Banshee uses, but I use more often, it's got a nice little crystal on it, was a gift to me by my old friend Virginia, who was a nurse I worked with at Detroit Riverview Hospital back in the late 90s.
I just realized I drew first the Lenormand last time.
Yeah, I did too when you were
I'll do it again and we'll get back on track after.
You'll always do it again.
You betcha.
So sort of secondarily, I guess you're asking if they'll divorce and wondering if maybe they're not happy or if he's not happy.
Well, let's throw 3 cards and see. We're not going to do a yes-no on this, I think.
All right.
All right. Well, we do have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. That's the first card. Do they have any children between them? Just asking. And then there's the King of Wands upright. And the Page of Cups upright. Well, I'm not sure they're going to divorce because we got some positive, we got one negative card, two positive cards, but looking at it, I would say that maybe they've had some struggles along the way, but I almost think they're getting over them. That Aaliyah is maybe more secure now, more confident that things are improving and getting better, that maybe something is rekindling or restarting.
It looks that way to me too, and I'm going to go mostly from that reverse 10 there. That does indicate, like Banshee said, that maybe there's been some amount of, dis-ease, I'll call it, with either their living situation or their material situation, their sense of security. It could actually pertain to the idea that maybe they're trying to start a family and that hasn't quite kicked off yet. So it could possibly pertain to that. But
they have two children. Okay, I got that.
Then they do. So maybe there is some overall, stability issues, providing issues. But really, the other two cards, I think, are kind of like what Banshee says, too. They're sort of meeting the challenges. And I think that the Page of Cups there maybe provides the idea that they are happy with each other, that they see something that is maybe mystical about their relationship or something that sort of is on some other plane for them. So I'm not maybe saying what you want to hear, but it sort of feels like maybe things are more or less okay.
Stable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clear they have problems. They have some struggles that come up, family issues, maybe different disagreements about how things should be done, how things should be handled or managed. Some might involve money or resources. But other than that, this really does look kind of positive as well. I feel here that, the page could, I have to agree with Mr. O, could indicate, when you said it initially, and I look at the page for that, the start of a family, in other words, adding to the family since they have children. But failing that, it also to me could just indicate more of a rekindling, something, exciting or more new happening in the relationship. Let's do the Lenormand.
Hi, Jasmine D. And Violet has answered that question. I don't think we have a super big list, but it is a little big for Thursday night. So we will definitely get around to you. We're not ready to close that list yet. We've barely started.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Jasmine, let's get you on.
And thanks for subscribing,
But thanks
too.
for everybody coming on today because we really appreciate it. We're about to start our 4th year in August. We're real excited about that. We definitely will have some giveaways, so stay tuned in upcoming shows for that. All
What do
right.
you have?
I have the
Okay,
bouquet.
so the first Lenormand for Asal is the bouquet, and then it's followed by the rider.
Things are moving towards a more joyful period for them, a more happier. I think they're moving towards happier times, like things are starting to feel better.
I almost wonder too if maybe it does promote the idea that they're adding to the family, or they're looking at children as part of that family happiness. I do sort of feel there is something here that is keeping them happy with each other.
And that's what we have for you, Asal.
Thanks, Jasmine.
Good luck with that. Nice to meet you too, Jasmine. And you'll find our chat is very fun. People have a good time there.
So thanks, Asal. We'll try it again sometime.
All right.
And who's up now?
Oh, it is Serenata.
Thank you, Sally.
Serenata
Okay, Fatima.
is up. You can post your question.
Okay, so they have. I'm going to use my Nefertari Tarot. Thank you, Serenata.
Oh, thank you, Sally. Appreciate that.
And yes, thank you, Sally, for the mention there.
What are the current feelings of Ikram towards me? Okay.
Okay.
And there's no contact right now. Okay. Is it time for Sunny's screenshot?
Maybe. Speaking of emotional matter kind of questions, my Friday show is fresh tomorrow. The Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, Fridays at 7 a.m. And I basically read 3 cards for each of the air, fire, water, earth signs, and 1 additional card for each sign of the zodiac, the word of the week. So check that out on Friday morning.
Okay.
Okay. What are the current feelings of Ikram? Okay, so the first card is the Nine of Swords, reversed.
Pisces Virgo combination too, right? Is that right about that? Yeah.
Looks like that. That's a
Okay.
Virgo. That's a Pisces. Yes.
Okay, so that's the Nine of Swords reversed.
And
Okay.
Pisces and Virgo are each other's opposite
Yeah.
signs. So you're sort of like have some things that attract you, but you could have occasionally things that are very different, although that still may be attractive. Okay, so then there is the upright Seven of Pentacles. And then there is the upright Strength. So
Strength is 11 in this deck.
yeah.
Okay.
So you indicate that there is no current contact. With the Seven of Pentacles, maybe there's an idea that there is, and also maybe 2 with the Nine of Swords. Maybe there is something engaging Ikram at the moment. I don't sort of feel there's feelings against you. I sort of feel that there are feelings about security or strength maybe in your situation. I'm not sure if this is a romantic one, but I'm assuming that it could be. The Nine of Swords reverse maybe is indicating that Ikram feels you have healed, or you have turned the corner on some bad feelings, like maybe something has kind of changed for you, and so your mood or your reflections, or it could be pertaining more to themselves too, that maybe they have somehow changed or altered their feelings, and I would say towards the better.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a tough read, I have to say. I guess, Serenata, I would say that Ikram is feeling... Ikram feels he's had to deal with some fears and anxieties about maybe a relationship with you and how to move forward, maybe, or whether he should move forward. I should say that. Because the I should get my wand here. The Seven of Pentacles here to me indicates somebody who's pulled back from things to reassess what they should do next. And maybe they've had to work through a lot of fears and anxieties, or they're maybe still doing that. Whether it's about you per se or a deeper relationship, that might be the issue, or, keeping the relationship going. Strength to me indicates that they're not feeling... I guess they just aren't sure how to move forward right now.
But I'm also feeling too like maybe if there is something that maybe is moving towards romantic situation, that maybe this is the person thinking they're looking for that strength, maybe to make their intentions more known, or to make some, and so that maybe possibly could work out with the other cards. But I get that feeling like maybe they've been shifting their feelings, but they're trying to brace themselves to possibly make a more definitive overture. Or,
one way or another.
Yeah, one way or the other, I guess, could be a way of putting that.
But I know you're not in contact now. So I kind of feel that... there's
some thought process going on
there's
with this
some
person.
thought process. strength sometimes upright means very subtle maneuvers and very quiet things that might be going on more in the background. And right now, maybe this idea here that they're trying to assess how they truly feel so that they can, clear the air one way or another. I wonder if you will hear from them again. Let's look at the Lenormand. I want to see what comes up
we
here.
throw the additional Oracle Lenormand, which we're doing right now. And these ones, the current ones we're using are in the form of tiles. So I've thrown the clouds, and as you can see, the clouds has a light side and a dark side, indicating maybe gradation of problems or situations. And Banshee has drawn the gentleman, or a representative of the gentleman. So this could represent Ikram, this could represent yourself on some level, but probably more
because
likely
of your question, I think this is Ikram, and I think they feel they're still confused. They're conflicted. They're confused. This card here goes right along with that Nine of Swords. Now, generally, the Nine of Swords is reversed here. It means that they're finally working through their confusion. But the Seven of Pentacles combined with that, and now seeing this, really makes me feel they're not sure about their feelings towards you. They're very uncertain. And they may be going through a kind of dark period themselves right now, dealing with some of their own issues. Because oftentimes when you see the clouds and the dark side facing a person, that can indicate that they're going through some depression or just some difficult times.
So I agree with this. I think that maybe for some reason they are pulling back a little bit because they're involved in their thought process, and maybe it's most likely about you. I do feel that maybe what it is partially is that they're trying to find their strength of whatever their convictions end up being, if they're trying to move closer or if they're trying to alter or change the basis of the relationship.
Well, and I know this is about you, but I'm wondering here if by chance there isn't some outside influences involved as well that may be confusing the issue further, I'm not going to rule that out, but they're really trying to find their own strength right now to do whatever they feel they need to do.
That's a good point, Banshee, because sometimes there's an idea about the Nine of Swords that this is maybe about other people around you, even if it shouldn't be.
Right.
Yes.
So, could be family, pressure from family. I don't know. Or pressure from job, career, maybe something else that they're going through right now, maybe, stressing them out more. So that's what we see right now. It's a little bit unclear, where they're actually leaning. So that's what we have to tell you today. You may want to come back again and ask a similar question. Maybe you want to ask next time what are the likely chances you will hear from him again. I don't know. I think because this is so up in the air, Serenata, I will say there is a possibility. And that's the best I can tell you right now.
It does feel that way, right, that, it is moving towards something that's more possible.
So don't rule it out. That's what we have for you this time, Serenata. I hope you enjoyed that.
All right.
And Anthony,
you're welcome.
You are up.
Excuse me.
You're welcome, Serenata.
Your deck.
And who came after Juliet?
Uh-huh.
All right, need some good news.
We were talking about something megatastic earlier ourselves.
Hey. That's my domain. Unless I win the Lucky for Life tonight, I'll be happy with a few million then. But, Mega Millions here. All right, you heard it here first. Is it my deck? Yes. Okay. Well, let's see. A windfall of money in your future.
Well, may
or
the
some
best
good
person
news.
win.
Let's see what we get for you, Anthony.
May the luckiest person win.
I hope it's just one person. Like, for example, they showed that guy who paid, I mean, it was a nice gesture. He bought 50,000 tickets for the people, he spent $50,000 on tickets for the people in his company.
And not a one was a winner.
And apparently, supposedly, he said he didn't even win $1. I find that hard to believe. Usually you win, you know, if you're playing that many, you'd win a few dollars at least, I think. But he claimed no. So it just goes to show you it's not quantity, it's just luck. But the thing is, you have a lot of corporate people, a lot of people who actually make a business out of playing these numbers, and they sink thousands of dollars into this. And so your chances of winning the Mega Millions are stacked up against people like that. That's why I like things like the local lotteries that are $1 million and they build from there, or the Lucky for Life, which is kind of set. Because this gets kind of out of hand, but I still try a little bit.
I agree with Anthony.
It just takes one ticket. That's right. I know this. But not from getting that super uber one.
So let's see if we got good news for Anthony.
Well, we got the Empress. How about that? Upright.
All right, the Empress. Ah.
But then we have the C alpha female reversed. I would say that's the Queen of Cups.
Yes.
Oh no!
There's no anchor in the tarot.
But you didn't want this one either.
Oh. Five of
It's
Swords.
the Five of Swords. Oh.
Upright.
Well, you know, Anthony.
That's probably your mouth after today, right? It's torn up. You know. A battle happened. A battle occurred. Go on.
Well, you know, Anthony, the Queen of Cups is not happy. She's saying she's kind of sad, and that might be because either no one, you heard it here first, no one won the Mega Millions on Friday, or you certainly didn't win, because the Five of Swords is kind of that no-win situation kind of card.
Yes, it's our
Sometimes
no one
it
wins
indicates
card.
nobody wins, you know.
That's interesting.
But it's interesting because the Empress is here. This is creative, productive time for you. So in other words, to win, you've got to think outside the box a little bit, you know, to make it work. And it's also saying that maybe you'll be able to come up with something more creative in your life to find a windfall, find your windfall.
Well, it could be saying that the real bounty, the real winning, the real reward is beauty of the world, you know, that you can take part in or that you can help with, you know. So maybe that's, you know, figuring out your life, you know, or something like that.
That's all right, Violet. I've copied your list, so you do what you got to do when you got to do it. And we'll be good. We'll be good. All right. But you know what else I would say here, Anthony, is that I'll give you a lotto tip after I'm done. I just heard today. Why not? You know, I don't exactly follow this, but one of the numbers I play kind of follows it a little bit. But anyway, let's throw some Lenormand on this and see what we get. Watch, we'll get the clover now, right? I'm not looking. Here, Mr. O. Okay, I'm looking now. No, okay. No clover. No anchor. Oh, wow.
So Banshee got the ship and I got the lady. Well, ships usually are feminine in name somehow, but I don't think that's what this means.
Yeah, you're going on a cruise. You could be taking a trip. The woman could
That's
just...
no shark. That's a lady deer.
The woman could just reflect, you know, a partner or somebody that you might be taking a little trip with. It could be on the water. After all, you are in California, you know, so you might be taking a boat ride, a ship ride. You're moving, and so that's good news. I think that's the good news in this reading. The bad news is that just no winning, but there's good news in that I think that, you know, you're going to find this time to be very positive in other ways. So Don't count your Mega Millions, though, before they're won. And I think here I want to tell everybody, they said today that you should never play birthdays, which I kind of do, but some of the numbers I'm playing are higher numbers. They say you should look at what's coming out all the time when these jackpots grow like this. And this one person said it's always these high numbers. And if you look at the last couple of draws for the Mega Millions, they were in the 60s, 50s. They were higher numbers. And when you play birthdays, you're like playing 4, 11, 7. So, you're playing low numbers a lot. So that's a tip this one person had, and for what it's worth. But hey, you could get struck by lightning easier than you're going to win the Mega Millions. That's a given.
Right. I think that probably you're not winning the lottery, of course, but if you are, then you're probably sailing away forever. So it's more likely that you're just going to have the opportunity to take some sort of trip or change of direction, maybe at least in your mind, like maybe just how you're looking at some things. Or you will have a trip plan.
Oh, you got a lottery club going there? Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, join a lottery club.
That's awesome. And good luck with that. Lottery clubs are not a bad idea. And they have been shown to win. So
good.
And yeah, Violet, I forgot about Shark Week. That's what it is. All right. Well, I can relate to that.
All right. Thanks, Anthony.
I get you when there's something on you want to watch. Like we wanted to watch the hearings last week. All right, so that's what we have for Anthony. Let's move on to Angel Rivera. Hey, Angel. God, I can't believe nobody's going to win it this week. Everybody, so many people are playing. It's crazy. So I'd be surprised if nobody wins this week. But
I hope your mouth feels better.
Yeah. I've got a foot problem, so I can relate to that. Oh, pain right now. Pain.
I'm not going to make any comments about my own dental woes. I just know that, you probably can have a lot of people relate to anything that happens, especially if it's unexpected.
Okay, get a card and see what Spirit may have for you. Okay, we'll do top and bottom of the deck, Mr. O.
And I'm going to use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. There you go.
Okay.
We're expecting to get our USA mid-year predictions done sometime
Our
soon.
USA ones?
No, I'm sorry, the world ones.
Yes. The world predictions.
Global, yes. We did the USA ones a
Yes.
week or so ago, so you could still see that on our YouTube channel.
And we did a prediction on the January 6 hearings, and we just thought we would update them for the year, see where some key things were heading. And also, don't forget, every Sunday, my Material Matters show, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you get your weekly forecast on business, education, and finance with the elemental signs of the zodiac. And I'm in the chat room. We premiere the video, so come join us for a chat while we watch the show.
All right, Angel, your top card is the Moon.
Nice, nice. Hey, this is a time to really dive deep, Angel. I don't know if you're feeling it, but this is a time to go within and get intuitive messages. Perhaps maybe some dreams have been surfacing, or maybe some of your cards lately are really ringing true. Maybe are you getting repeat cards? Are you getting signals? So the universe is probably going to be talking to you.
Something is being found out, I think. Something is being perceptible where maybe it wasn't. It could just be that maybe it was
upright, but
maybe it was there and, now it needed to come into focus. So we're going to look at the bottom card. And it is a reversed Ace of Rods. It looks like a Swiss
Uh-oh.
knife of some sort.
So,
So maybe that's what it is that, a particular project or activity is not working out, or if it was something you were thinking of expanding into, you might find reasons to delay that or to just alter it in some way.
there may be a false start on something. You may, I don't know if the intuitive messages are about this or if this is something else, but I have a feeling that you're going to find out something, and maybe, something your intuition is going to maybe lead you as to why this occurred, why there were delays, or why there's a false start. Perhaps, this could relate to work, this could relate to personal matters. Perhaps, so this is something you're just going to know instinctively and intuitively why things did not go right.
Very nice. I like that. So let's do a Lenormand.
Here by you.
Yeah, it's a cool little deck. I like it.
Yep, that's a spoon. It's a cute deck. I do like it.
Speaking of repeats.
Uh-oh. Not looking. Trying to get one. And there it is. What you got?
Ship and tree.
Well, this could be health related. This could be work related, in the sense that the way I look at the tree is about knowledge and wisdom.
Well, and it's another rod in a way.
But also maybe this is with your own, maybe too, this is about your intuitive wisdom surfacing and making you make moves in the right direction. Maybe you're going to find out something is not working out, but your intuition is going to steer you right. I really feel that. And you're gonna move in the right direction. Hey, don't we always say knowledge is power? And I don't care if you get it from your inner wisdom or you get it from a book.
Well, the inferences of the rod made it sound like it was probably work related. It sounds like it's education related. So maybe there are ways you have to be flexible, and that's both the ship and the tree. The idea of growing to accommodate movement or to accommodate things. Trees grow around all kinds of obstacles. And so I'm thinking this is just saying as you move forward, you have to find a certain amount of flexibility to grow properly. And that's what you're going to be finding out.
I like that. Okay.
Right.
That's what we have for you this week, Angel. Good luck with that. And is Divine You here?
Yes,
Hi,
they have a
Divine
question.
You. Hey, Jano.
Hi, Jano.
We'll get you on the list. We're moving along at a good clip, actually, so I think we're doing okay.
You're welcome, Angel.
Hey, you're welcome, Angel.
Okay, we'll start off with a general 3-question, and then we'll see if we need to ask a specific yes or no, maybe. Your deck.
I don't see the question.
You're almost there. Oh, you went too far.
Oh, there it is. Got it. Oh, boy. Okay. How's the team and the leaders looking at me? What will be my overall performance? Okay, that's kind of combined. So, yeah, let's do that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm just going to get you a little...
Oh, is it my deck? Yes, it
I
is.
told you that already.
Okay, well, you got 2 decks sitting around, so I don't know. Let's use this one. Brought out my Totem Animal Tarot again. I finally found it. It was hiding somewhere upstairs. Sonny, no screenshot for you yet. Here.
No, I didn't go for coffee. It's a little late for that. Even I have
really?
some standards.
You have some?
Some. I don't usually drink coffee after 2 or so. It's pretty rare. You know, you go to a wedding or a nice dinner, you know, maybe. Yeah. No, it's not, Anthony.
It's an energy drink.
Well, it could be.
Not really.
Not
Uh-oh.
really.
Oh, boy. We got the 9 of Cups reversed.
Oh.
Boy, I bring this deck out for the first time in a while. Now we have the 10 of Cups reversed. And we have the 4 of Swords upright. Well, okay. So the first part of your question was basically about performance. How will the team leaders look at you? What will be your overall performance? Well, I would say it might be too early for them to tell, but I also feel here, I'm not going to mince words, that maybe they're looking at things and feeling that their expectations are a little bit higher right now. And it may not be, you know, how do I want to say this? It may not be the reality, but they have expectations and they're wondering if you are meeting their expectations.
Okay, when I'm looking at that 4 of Swords, I'm also almost wondering too.
Yeah, I didn't address that.
If
Go
like
ahead.
there's some flux there in their flow, and maybe they have a slowdown going on, or maybe there's an important or critical person or situation that is out of the action right now, a leave of absence kind of thing, or there's somebody else who needs to be hired who controls a certain area. But I do feel that what Banshee's saying in some way is that idea that there's something that's goal oriented strongly, and that it may be they're not really good at communicating things in a positive manner. I'm picking that up more psychically. The idea maybe that they might be more remote in how they communicate is also striking me from that 4 of Swords.
One person's leaving. This makes perfect sense, Divine. It's very interesting. All right, Shafia, I see your question. We'll add you to the list, but you know, there are people in front of you, so be patient and we'll get to your question. That is like a card of rest, like somebody leaving, somebody taking a leave, as Mr. O says. And it just seems like things are not happy right now. And I really feel like this is not just about you, Divine You. I just want you to know that. Because when I see the 10 of Cups reversed here, I'm thinking about it's the work family right now, okay? There's just some upheavals going on. And, and you even said it yourself, it's exactly what I feel here, is their expectations may be higher for you, maybe because of what's going on, or just because that's the way they are.
Well, you know, they talk about these things like corporate culture, and of course usually it is for more high ranking or important jobs. So I'm wondering if there is a corporate culture situation going on that is represented by the idea that maybe not everybody feels happy there or feels that everything works exactly for them, but because of the ranking of the positions and stuff like that, the culture is also a little bit insulated, which I could also get from that 4 of Swords there. So in other words, people sort of toe the line, but underneath the surface, you may sense a little bit of unease with the culture there.
Hey, Violet, if one more person comes, they'll be the last one on the list. We'll take one more person only after Shafia, and that would be it. Then the list will be closed.
That could be, Divine. I kind of see that maybe in a way. We're pulling the Lenormand now, and then we're going to kind of get to that.
That could be. That very well could be, Divine. I like what you said there. Well said.
So Banshee has the garden and I have the stork, and I'm wondering if some of this leads to yet another assignment or just some sort of reordering or realignment of the structure, and that maybe you get moved into something new after some amount of, looking at this from the bigger sphere of personalities or people, team members.
Yeah, there's something up here. There's something new that they might be beginning. Is it going to be a new account? Is it going to be possibly them reaching out to connections, to network, to try to find, maybe to hire someone else? I'm not sure, but something new is definitely going to be afoot here. And, if it is a new account, I hate to say it, it might involve you.
That's what it looks like to me, too. So how is the other question frame? Did we want to try and do that one?
Let's take a look at that real quick. Okay.
Will I shine here?
Oh, let's do a quick yes or no.
We're going to do a yes or no. Okay. Will you shine? You shine here.
Whoops, sorry. Put those in there.
And then we'll move on to our next.
Yeah, next will be Gina. After Divine. Leave. Yep. Sonny has left the stage. He's probably mad because he didn't get his close-up. Kara is probably disappointed.
Is that your phone?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, of course you probably will shine. It's leaning towards yes, Divine. You have the Ace of Wands upright. The card on the other end was the Ace of Swords reversed. The card in the middle tells the tale. It's the Three of Swords reversed. So put your worries, sorrows, or stress to bed, because this is saying things are going to start easing up eventually. You will shine.
I think the other thing, too, says that if there are other considerations, time spent at the job as opposed to time spent with your friends or things like that, things that cause you to feel a little bit of regret, they will mend, that things will work out. This is a very positive sign that sort of factors just kind of heal wherever they need to be. A lot of healing is expressed in that idea there.
Yes, so awesome ending to that, Divine. Good luck to you. And thank you, Shafia. Appreciate you.
Shafia, thank you. That's
God
very
bless
sweet.
you as well.
Okay, so Gina.
Gina, what you got for us? Oh, here comes Sonny.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you can't sit on the camera.
I'm reloading my page because I think I'm a little behind.
A one card pull from the Mystic Dog.
Okay, all right.
Thanks for messing up my little tablecloth, son man. You're welcome. Best wishes.
Yes, we're winding down the dog days of summer soon. I'm down to one dog deck here. But I love this deck. We'll do top and bottom for you, Gina.
He's looking at Dad.
Sonny can. Sonny thinks he's our unofficial therapy cat. He's here to make everybody happy. Okay, you can put the camera back. Bye, Sonny.
We'll come back.
Okay, your top card is the Sky Alpha Male. Whoa. He means business, Gina, and you will too. The Sky Alpha Male is obviously the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very discerning, very fair-minded, very objective. This is a time for you to use, your inner wisdom to guide you to fair solutions to problems, especially if they involve others or if you're asked for advice by others, This shows you leading and directing and making judgments and decisions with fairness and equanimity for all.
So you can expect that maybe there is a decision of note that's coming up for you. You may be aware of it, or it is coming. It really seems to me, though, like this also gives you the idea, because it's an alpha card, that there's people around. Maybe it's not a lot of people, maybe it's only specific people, but they feel invested in your decision to the point that they feel very comfortable with where you're leading this.
Yeah. And so I really like this card. I like the King of Swords a lot because also, what was I supposed to say?
The sky's the limit.
Well, the sky's the limit. Absolutely. And this is about, it's the top epitome of the air cards. This is somebody who's really using their logical, analytical side of their brain to discern which is right and true. This may also be, they're not just a decision, but this may be a time for you too to ferret out the truth, in some matter, and to do some digging.
I'm looking at Sonny, wondering when he's going to take a dive at your wand because you're waving it around.
And look what was on the bottom.
The wet puppy.
The Sky Guardian.
The Sea Guardian.
The Sky Guardian.
No, it says Sea Guardian.
Oh, it's Sea Guardian.
I laugh at you. I mock you, dog.
He's right. It's the Knight of Cups. Well, this puts a whole different spin on things.
The one who's all wet isn't you.
This could be about emotional matters of some sort, this decision. This could be relationship oriented or just something that is related to an emotional matter.
Is the Guardian like the
It's the Knight of Cups.
The Knight, of course.
So it's the coming or going of an emotional matter, and it is connected with some decision.
Right, it's tempered by the ability to make the best decision for anybody that it needs to be made for. So if it's just for yourself, that's fine. If it's a decision that has to take into account other people's sensibilities, it'll be fine too. But yes, you're not all wet.
Well, and failing that, I do want to add something else to this. I think that the Knight of Cups can also indicate this is also a very creative time for you. This is a time to maybe set dreams into action. What is it you've been dreaming of doing that you can use your logical brain now to put into motion?
It's raining men, hallelujah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how that one goes.
Please come up with a good one. Let's see what you got. Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed. Cross and mountain. Oh, no, Gina.
Well, this could involve some sort of a long-term situation. Sometimes the cross talks about chronic or long-term things, and, where's my wand? With the mountains here, this could indicate that this is a time for you to do what you can to overcome the obstacles, to relieve yourself of this long-term burden or obstacles to your path here.
So the decision might seem to be something that really affects a freedom for you or a go-ahead sign for something. It may be something that really your heart has been preparing itself for, this emotionality that you feel towards it. And, you make this decision knowing that, you end some amount of the struggle there. You're getting to the other side of the mountain on that.
Well, don't worry. I'll be bringing the dogs decks out again at some point. But yeah, I'm probably using it for another week, and this will be gone. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. And Gina, gosh, you had the dog, right? Welby? What breed was that dog? It wasn't that. I seem to remember it was a brown or a black dog.
What breed is that one?
Oh, I'm not sure. It looks kind of like maybe a setter to me.
More of a setter than
pointer?
A spaniel? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I do not know, but this is a Doberman, right? This is I know this is a Doberman.
So what was it?
I'm bad with dog breeds.
So what was it?
I love dogs, though, and I do watch the dog shows when I can, and I remember that they're on, which isn't always often. So if you watch them, you should let me know, Gina, because I am very forgetful. Welby was a cocker. Okay, a spaniel. That's right.
And that's a Springer Spaniel.
Oh,
yeah, okay, interesting.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I like spaniels.
God, you
I
guys
don't know
are
why
smart
I
with
didn't
the dogs.
Maybe because it's wet. I don't know why I didn't recognize that, but
All right.
I do like spaniels. I've always had a soft place in my heart for beagles, so I was always rooting for the beagles to win on the dog shows.
Oh, you had a Springer before Welby. Aww.
Aww.
Okay, a general for Marcia on new schedule starting soon.
All right.
Will it work out financially, and will you like it? Okay, so
All
that's
right, we'll
going to
see
be
what's indicated there.
my
Let me
deck,
put
and
those away.
I'm going to go back to the Thoth, Tarot Crowley's
Well,
Thoth.
interesting reading, Gina. Not sure what to make of it. But yeah, it looked like it was raining men there.
Spaniards! Ole!
Spaniels.
You're like the Latin lovers, as they say.
Hey, by the way, that song you sent for the card of the day today, I believe it was another country singer, right? I thought he was kind of hot. I'm just saying that. And like I said before, I don't know a lot of the country singer personalities. I don't listen to lots of country music, but I thought he was kind of hot in that video. Sorry.
Did you drop a card?
Did I?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe I'm just trying to distract you. All right,
He was not a
Marcia.
Spaniard, but he was okay. Lee Bryce, okay. Yeah, I have to say, I was pretty impressed. All right. All right, Marcia. Let's see what we got. So you got a new schedule.
Will it be good for you financially, and will you like it? So the first card is the Six of Swords. It's reversed.
Uh-oh.
Then you have the Nine of Wands. And then you have a reversed Seven of Swords. And, you know, all decks are a little different, so sometimes they are conceived differently, more astrologically or Kabbalistically. So it is with Crowley's deck. There tends to be maybe some slight alterations of meanings. He helps us out by putting keywords, which of course you can kind of try to reverse the concept.
Well,
so with the Six of Swords, it says science, but it's reversed. So this may be saying perhaps that, and of course I'm going to go with the more traditional meaning, that you may feel you're not sure, or at least in the beginning, like you may feel like you might not have wanted to make this move. But the Nine of Wands would seem to show that you do have some strength here or some position here. And of course it does say strength at the bottom of that card. Finally, of course, the Seven of Swords reversed says futility, but it's futility reversed. So it may be saying to me that cleverly somehow you may find a way to make the best of it. There's nothing here that spoke specifically to the financial part of it, so I'm not sure. We might have to try to throw the tiles for that or see if there's another indicator for that.
well, Marcia, remember, tarot is only a snapshot in time. It's only a snapshot in time. And what happens in the beginning may not be the way it goes down permanently. So that being said, yes, there are some negative cards here. I feel the Six of Swords kind of indicates to me that you feel like it was not a very productive move for you, and maybe that's, I'm going to just say here, maybe materially is how I feel about it, because I look here at the Nine of Wands and I almost feel here it's not the Eight of Wands, but because of the kind of card it is, that like you're preparing for battle. In other words, to me, in this situation, it might be indicating that you're going to be busy. You are going to be busy. What is the other card again? The Seven of Swords, Mr. O? Thank you.
Yes.
The Seven of Swords is, well, it's reversed. So I think here, in order to really get what you want, you're going to have to think outside the box. You're going to have to be a lot more crafty and look out for yourself as best you can on this job, at least initially. Because it just seems like, you know, things aren't moving for you the way you would like them to. And it might be because it's just busy, but busy doesn't necessarily mean, well, I don't know, like in your industry, maybe high tippers, stuff like that. I'm not sure here, but something is just not working out. Maybe it's like, are you working with a different manager during this shift, obviously?
No, I don't think it's that necessarily, but I'm looking there, and I think we'll just throw a real quick yes and no for her financial question that she asked. But what I'm thinking
I'm
here...
not done. I
Okay.
wasn't done.
Go ahead, then.
I just, well, I don't know why you did that.
Well, it seemed like you were pausing.
No.
Okay,
Now
I'm
I lost
sorry.
my thought. Just go ahead.
Well, to me, it just seems like you're going to try to make the best of the situation, even if it isn't working out well for you financially, as you're indicating. That's why I'm offering to do that other, quick one on that. But that's what that is there. There's a side of strength there. You're working through the idea that you have to try to, make the best of this. That's these two swords cards there. And I don't think these cards are saying financially it's going to be better. So we could look at that with another, quick
So
yes or no.
Janine's that other person again, right? And so I was going to say here that, this card is about doing battle, which I mean, it could indicate somebody you're not getting along with. It could indicate somebody that, that's why I was thinking maybe a manager or something on this shift.
I'm sorry, I just don't think you have to get so bent because I interjected.
I just needed to get that out. Where's the bickering thing? If you're going to bicker, you have to put it up. Otherwise, you can't bicker with me.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll make it.
Go on. Pull the Lenormand.
I am vindicated.
So, Arthur's back in the mix, eh?
Well, good news is I have pulled the Clover, which is a sign of luck. Oh.
But then I pulled the Mice, which isn't.
Well, right. It just sort of says that some maybe feelings about luck you'll feel like maybe some of your chances for luck have some little irritations or side effects or some possible obstacles.
Well, the Clover is the good news is the Clover is one of those cards that kind of lightens up the other cards in the reading. So I feel here there might be some tensions, there might be some stresses on this job, but they're going to be fairly minor overall. So maybe you just have to kind of find your way around working with some of the people you don't get along with. But I think that, it's going to be fairly minor irritations at best. So hopefully things will work out there. I just have a feeling in the beginning there might be some rough patches. You should ask that again after you've been there for a little while to see, what the cards indicate is going on. But that's what we have for you right now. Good luck with that. Stand by for bickering. Did you get it?
Not quite.
Okay. We are on Sally. What do you see? What August has in store for you? Okay.
You're welcome.
Hey, you are welcome, Marcia. So now that you have that down, you want to take your cards? Yes.
Somebody is sending a psychic attack at me.
Me?
Who could
I
it be?
would never do that.
No, you just wait until my back is turned and use non-psychic.
That could be your karma.
Yeah, I suck with the color stuff, Tara.
Did you say somebody's sending something to your back?
Ah! The tingler. Pink would probably show up pretty good there. You mean August the month, not like August as a person. Like, what does August have in store for you?
Oh, geez, Mr. O. Now you're being silly.
That's why you hired me, I thought.
Did I hire you? Then I can fire you.
True. And I can't file for unemployment because there are no earnings.
Well, the first card is...
Well, that'll go on for a while then too, won't it, Marcia? Okay, the first card for Sally, I know I was teasing Sally, is the Five of Swords.
Well, it's interesting, Marcia. Didn't we kind of...
We talked about Jane, I think. Yeah.
And we did say there might be some issues where it might not work out, but I forget all the things we said. Six of Swords is upright this time, though.
All right, and it's the Five and the Six of Swords.
And Four of Cups. This is really interesting.
And that's upright. Okay.
Well, this is one of those readings where I dance around the cards a little bit here. I feel August is really about turning around situations that seem to have been going nowhere for you. Whether it's constantly fighting with somebody, that you don't get along with, whether it's, something at work that's not working out, whether it's something in a relationship or in your personal life, this is like the time to figure it out and how to overcome this. And I feel here you're going to be giving this a lot of thought. The Four of Cups is here. The Four of Cups is upright, which indicates that, August is a time to step back a little bit from the fray. Step back a little bit and decide what you need to do to move yourself to a better place, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in, whether it's actually a physical move, whether it's a job or career move. Something's got to move you to a better, calmer, happier place. And you're going to be working on trying to figure that out in the month of August.
I see a lot of the same thing. I think that Five of Swords is the opener for the month and suggests that, there's some combative or intense bickering situations going on, and you're looking for the way to move beyond them. That's the Six of Swords. You're looking to move to something different, a more calmer situation, because this is anything but calm. And the Four of Cups, that is the Four of Cups, right?
Yes.
Says that, like Banshee says, there is a intensity, not necessarily in a serious way, but a very contemplative kind of mood that you need to find that solution or that way to move beyond the situation. So August looks like it's really you looking for solutions to move somewhere else beyond this aggravation.
Either condition, situation,
It's aggravating.
Internal even.
It's warring. It's,
So let's see what the Lenormand has to add to this. And yeah, Marcia, I never thought our cards indicated Jay was a bad guy per se.
Right.
No.
Just that maybe the chances were not looking right. I don't remember exactly. Nobody could be like Arthur.
I don't know why all the bad cards are reserved for Arthur.
Dog and cloud, but dog is on lighter side of clouds.
Which is good. It might be here that... What am I
Use your
doing?
own wand. I'll smack those fingers if you touch it again.
It might be here. The light clouds are facing the dog this time, which is a little bit better, but there's still a lot of confusion. But what I think this is saying here is maybe somebody you trust or that you feel you can talk to, somebody, a friend, a family member, even a colleague or coworker, whoever the case may be. I believe somebody that you could talk to maybe will help you sort things out this month. So look to your friends or the people around you who might, who you might want to just unload some things on. And it looks like they're very loyal to you. They'll stand by you.
Right. It absolutely looks that way, Sally, like somebody who's a friend, somebody who you feel you can trust, a loyalty thing, will be able to help you through the situation, or maybe help you see through what's confusing too, is another way of looking at that.
That's what we have for you, Sally. Good luck with that.
Gosh,
Marcia.
Oh my God.
Why am I not surprised? That man is a player.
You're welcome, Sally.
Wow.
And now he will be a payer, maybe.
Players must pay eventually.
Okay, so Libra's up, and she asks for guardian angel message.
Yep.
Okay.
Your cards, I think.
I'll use my Nefertiri.
Right.
Karma. Yep. And there is that, like what Violet's saying too, is like Nobody should have his child. Oh. Anyway. So
Hey, Gina.
guardian angel. Nighty night, Gina.
Have a good night rest.
Get that beauty sleep.
I don't know if I'm going to get to bed early tonight. I wanted to, but I don't think it's going to happen. But at least I got nowhere to go in the morning, so I can sleep in. Oh my gosh. Is he ever going to grow up? Honestly. Ostino!
Hi, Ostino.
There's the last person we'll add on the list. All right. And after Ostino, the list is closed.
Okay, guardian angel message. We've been getting this tonight a little bit. The Seven of Coins, Pentacles. Once again, it's reversed. And then we have Death, Anubis, reversed.
Yeah.
And then we have the Sun reversed. Well,
okay.
bad flip of cards here.
So what do we got? The first
Seven
one?
of Pentacles.
Well, that's not totally bad.
Yeah.
But Death reversed, that is an issue, and the Sun reversed. All right, let's talk about this, Libra. I think here it's time to maybe consider, the guardian angels are saying to you, you know, you've maybe have been trying real hard to make something work or happen for you or develop for you. It's time to consider the fact that maybe even though you've tried your hardest, you know, it's not working out. It's not working out. Things are not moving, and, you know, success seems to be delayed, or what you hope to realize out of the situation is not happening. And so the guardian angels, I think, are feeling here, it's time to move on. It's time to move on to something else and put your energy and your time and your effort into something else. And just realize that sometimes we do everything we can to try to make something happen. And the guardian angels respect that, but they're just saying sometimes some things are just not meant to be.
Yeah, I agree with this. I think the guardian angel clearly feels that you should move on because everything that you're trying to do is just has too much inertia attached to it. There may be obstacles or things that you're not even aware of that hinder this progress. And I think to some degree this may have been really about what you need to find out or what you thought you needed to find out about something, but it looks like it's just sort of appearing as a closed book. Sometimes the Sun card shows somebody reading a book, so it's just looking like it's a closed book. Like the guardian angel is saying, we don't know why, but this path is closed to you, or this book is closed now. You need to find another book and read from that one.
It's time to start a new chapter.
It seems like it's a little bit harsh, but you know, that sometimes is what a guardian spirit is about, is saying you need to make a real change here. Ooh.
And, you know, right, and maybe the Death card is also speaking in terms of your unwillingness to want to change. But I think what they're saying is if you don't change, it's not going to go anywhere. So you're better off going with that flow.
So Banshee drew the stars.
You drew yours
the
first,
mountain.
right?
Whoops.
Oh,
I'm sorry, you're right.
That's all right. And so I have good news for you, Libra. The stars are here. And even though things seem difficult right now, and even the idea of transitioning to something new seems difficult right now, there's hope here for overcoming your obstacles and moving on. just try to work through what it is that's blocking you from real change.
Right, because it could very well be that the progress happens when you realize that you have to really shift your energies or focus to something different.
That's what we have for you today, Libra.
All right,
Good
Libra.
luck with that.
Good luck.
And we are on Kara.
Hi, Kara.
Hey, Kara.
What's happening?
What does Spirit have for you? All right. Well, of course he's got to have a sunny shot when it's your turn, Kara. Oops.
All right. I don't think we're quite up to you yet.
Okay, no, but if Violet's got your question, we will definitely do it for you, and you can come back and rewind it. We know it's probably late where you are.
6 or 6:30 by now in the morning.
So no problem, Shafia. We will do your question.
All right.
All right. We have the Seer. That's the Death card, isn't it?
No, it's the Hangman.
Oh, the Hanged Man. I'm sorry. Yes, number 12. That number. And then we have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Sky.
Reversed.
Reversed. Oh, and the Eight of Earth, or the Eight of Pentacles, reversed. So what does Spirit have for you right now? I think Spirit is saying that it's time to figure out why, it's time to take some steps back. The Hanged Man is about knowledge and gaining wisdom. So it's time to go within, or look at your life at least. Do examine things in your life right now. Why you feel like maybe things have not been working to your advantage right now, and why you feel maybe that, you just don't feel motivated. You're not feeling the drive and the motivation, and therefore maybe some things are getting the better of you now because you've either let your guard down, or you are just not feeling as motivated as you should. And this is a time to step back and re-examine what the problem is. But try very, very hard to be as objective as possible. Be very open to the messages you receive. Like, for example, okay, you read your own tarot cards, you read your runes or whatever, when you get bad cards, like we see, these are negative, they're not really terrible bad, but when you get bad cards, don't try to sugarcoat them. Be honest with yourself. Look at the messages that you need to, and take a broader perspective on what you need to do to regain control in some area of your life.
Well, Spirit does believe that this is a time for you to carefully consider everything that's above and below, as above, so below. All of that kind of stuff, that's inherent in this card here. And I think Spirit says, too, that a part of what you have been feeling is that Eight of Pentacles saying you feel either you don't have, you feel like you don't have value, you don't have valuable skills, or abilities to do things. So you sort of feel like you're out of the running in certain respects because you don't feel you have what it takes to do certain things.
Yeah,
but
I like
that's the. Is that wands?
That is sky, so it's sword. Oh, did I read it like wands?
I don't know. I thought it was wands, but first I thought it was swords. I'm not talking about your reading.
Well, I'm going to go back to mine.
Sure.
But go ahead.
7 of Swords reversed, though. To me, this is also indicating too that maybe to some degree, when you're thinking about where you're at with your skill level, you're also thinking too that you want to be able to be out clever some situations, but you don't have enough confidence maybe that you can be that person. So I think Spirit is saying, look at your talents or skills and focus where they are stronger, or try to develop them stronger.
Wow, I almost have to mirror what he's going to say. And I got fooled here, Kara, because I said sky and swords in the beginning, but I was looking at those and thinking they were wands as well.
Look like wands.
It does, but it does say sky, and sky here is swords. I've looked at the deck, so I know. So at any rate here, I think what this is saying is that, you need to step back and truly examine why you feel that you aren't ready or prepared for some stage or step in your life. Whether it's employment, whether it's relationships, whether it's something that you are personally working on, in your spiritual life, for example. Why you feel unprepared. What more do you need to do? And the Hanged Man is saying,
sorry,
you can do this. You can do this. You can figure it out for yourself. You just have to trust and let go of preconceived notions that you have. Open your mind more to possibilities as opposed to restrictions. Are you rushing me now or something? Because we got a half hour and we've got 5 or 6 readings.
Okay, I'll
get that bickering thing up. Hurry up. I'm ready.
Wait till after the show.
Whoa! Okay, I'm rolling up. Oh, I have no sleeves.
Oh, you remind me of a David Bowie song. I know I'm going to catch flies if I keep opening my mouth like that. Oh, I hope it's nice, Barbara.
Well, not with this.
The heart and the mice. So there's some mice nibbling away at the heart there.
So maybe it's relationship oriented, Kara. Maybe, you're feeling a lot of stress or irritations in relation to either a relationship or relationships that are not happening. Maybe that's part of this. But also maybe it just means that there is, these trials and tribulations related to going after whatever it is that your heart desires right now. And that doesn't necessarily have to be relationships. So you feel ill-prepared for something. And this is just saying, be more objective about this and open yourself up to more possibilities of what you can do to turn this around. Because you can. It's just, if you dwell on the lessening or the loss or the lack, because mice are also about lack, then you're not going to get to where you need to be.
Well, I like what you said because you suggested maybe there's, rivals involved. And so when I take that and I go back to the other reading, then I would like to suggest that maybe this is saying that you question how you can possibly be clever in that situation to stand out in a certain way if there's rivals. But also, too, you may feel, too, is that you have to really look at what it is you can develop better to be stronger or better in whatever respect than the possible rivals.
Jasmine, you are up.
Hey,
And that's
Jasmine.
what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with that.
Did we get Jasmine's question written down? I thought she did. There it is. Between Edgar and Jasmine headed.
Now I dropped a card.
Uh-oh.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Northern Shadows again. I think I'll use the Northern Shadows. You're welcome, Kara, as always.
All right, so we're getting towards the bottom of the list now.
Okay, so Jasmine, where is the connection
6
between
more.
Edgar and them self-headed?
We got this. There might be slight overtime and maybe not.
Boy, we got a lot of people with J ahead of us. Jasmine, Juliet, Jano.
Yeah, you're right. But you know, we have a lot of A's too. We have Aaliyah, Asal, Anthony, Angel, Ostino.
It's like it's the alphabet or something.
Our 4th year is starting soon, and we almost have 400 followers here. So
Triple J.
hopefully we'll
Is that like a
achieve
booze?
that.
Is that an alcohol Triple J? If it isn't, it should be. Except I don't drink, so.
Not that I know of.
Well, Jano said that. Triple J said
Yeah, I know that,
Yeah.
but I don't. I think it's just Triple J's are here.
I see. Okay, so Jasmine, is Edgar and you having a connection thing? Where's the connection going? So there is the Queen of Rods, the Queen of Wands. There is the Magician reversed. And there's a Nine of Cups reversed.
Oh.
So there's some definite iffiness here, because the Queen of Rods, the Queen of Wands, is kind of like the best card in this regard. It sort of shows maybe a woman or a person who does kind of empower themselves in terms of being in control of their sensuality and or how they project their feminine power in a way.
Thank you, Ostino. Very sweet.
Thank you, Austin. And you know, we've known you guys for years now, so we feel the same way about you, your mom, your grandma. So thank you very much for saying that.
You know, Jasmine, yeah, there's something very, very, they feel very, very attracted to you. What was the question again? Feelings?
Edgar and them, is their connection
Oh, it's
leading
their
towards
connection.
something?
I feel there is an attraction here. But this is one of those things where, I don't know, you may have to be careful what you ask for here, because we have the Nine of Cups reversed, and it sort of indicates to me that somebody, it's possibly you, is not going to be satisfied or happy here. The Magician is reversed, which indicates to me that, I don't know, I hate to say
I
it.
almost wonder if you feel that maybe, you know, Edgar needs to play a stronger, more definitive role, show more faith or belief or willpower in the connection. So I sort of feel like the Queen of Rods stands in for you in a way, and maybe the Magician stands in for Edgar. And so it maybe results in the idea that either or both of you won't feel exactly the emotional happiness that maybe one or both of you are hoping for. I'm just getting that kind of feeling, but I feel like maybe you're the more projective person for the idea of the relationship, and maybe they haven't quite come on to that yet, or there's something that sort of inhibits them.
So here's what I see. I think that they're very attracted to you. I believe there is an attraction and magnetism, but I don't believe that they're necessarily putting all their cards on the table. I feel here that, you know, and I'm not sure why. Sometimes the Magician reversed can indicate some trickery, you know, but it can also indicate that maybe they feel they have a little bit of self-esteem issues with you. And so I would be careful here. I would just be a little bit cautious. And there may be a connection here, but just make sure everything is on the up and up. It might be that they're just shy and they're just insecure and they don't want to really say how they feel. That's possible. But it could also be something else. Like maybe they're not telling you everything. Like, could they be seeing somebody else on the side? Could they be communicating with somebody else? I'm just throwing that out there because a magician can be kind of a tricky card sometimes. Let's see what the Lenormand will add to this reading. Go ahead. Okay, we'll keep an eye on things, Violet. Don't worry. The list is closed. What could go wrong?
How interesting.
Ooh, that popped into my hand. Oh, again? This card is coming up a lot today. All right, what do you got? Put it down. You were first. The lilies and the clouds. Well, it's a little bit murky, you know, just like when the clouds have come up before, Jasmine. I would say it's a little bit murky what's going on here, but I do feel like maybe in time, if you do get to know each other more, you know, you will discover what you need to know about this relationship and where it's going to go. The light clouds are facing the lilies, so I feel like it just might be a matter of time before you get a clearer picture on if a connection's really going to form out of this or not.
Right. The clouds can mostly stand for confusion, and sometimes the confusion is darker or lighter. But the lilies talks about a process of maturation or evolvement. So when I put those together, I agree with Banshee. I feel like maybe over a course of time, and I don't think it's going to be terribly long, but I don't know that it would be short, some of the confusion or the things that need to blow away so that you have clarity would happen.
So that's what we have for you, Jasmine. I hope that gave you some insight, you know, into this. Good luck with that. Thank you for subscribing.
What's coming in love in the next 2 months for Juliet? All right.
All right. What's coming in love in the next 2 months? Okay.
Yes, and it's small comfort, Shafaya, but we tend to be a little gabby, so if you're coming from another part of the world, sometimes, you know, it does get a little bit late.
My deck?
It's your deck, yeah.
Got it.
But we are going to do your reading. If you mentioned a question, our moderator, Violet, wrote it down.
Well, we usually go for 2 hours and sometimes a little longer, so we're right on track pretty much. We're close to the time we usually spend. Mm-hmm. All right.
Thanks, Violet.
I'll put these here. Sunny sun, sun. Little man. All right.
Okay, so what's up in love for Juliet over the next 2 months?
Well, we have the Six of Swords upright. Six of Swords has resurfaced.
Boy, this has sure come up a lot.
And it's another six, a Six of Pentacles.
And it's the Six of Pentacles.
Upright. And then we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So this is very interesting combo here.
Yeah.
You know, the Six of Swords seems to be, Juliet, that you might be moving to a better place. in your, in your quest either to find a relationship or love, or if you are in a relationship right now, things might be moving to a better place one way or another, something you might be moving towards. And I feel here that I like the Six of Pentacles. I think what it's saying here is, what you're going to put out there, you will receive in return. So in other words, if you've been struggling in a relationship, if you're able to try to work on it, you will be able to get that back. It will pay off. In other words, people will be receptive. But if this is about forming new relationships, and getting out there and circulating, I feel here that, your whatever effort you put out there will be given back to you. So I think something is coming here. But I think here with the Four of Pentacles reversed, it indicates that something has to be let go of here. Or you have to loosen up a little bit in some area, in some way. You maybe have to be a little bit more flexible.
Well, the interesting thing is that both of these cards talk about that range or spectrum of giving, receiving, also when upright or reversed. So I'm going to get back to that in a moment. But I do feel that maybe whether or not you were in a more productive phase where dating or possibilities of dating could happen, whether you were or not, you are moving towards that now. This is movement towards something else that is better, and it's that Six of Pentacles where it sounds like maybe it's more the environment of a generosity of what we're talking about. So it may represent a semi-casual but maybe friendly dating scene where maybe a number of people know each other, but maybe there's a casualness about relationships. It's not like everybody's dating the same people and then swapping, but maybe it just sort of has the aura of a friendly scene as well as prospects for dating. And so that leads to, I think, what Banshee said, the idea that maybe you'll be challenged to realize exactly what it is in such a social situation you give of yourself and what maybe you don't. Because maybe you don't want to give away everything when you're dating, but you want to pertain some mystery or some sense of control that you might need.
The child.
The bear.
Uh-oh. Hey.
A most unusual child.
Well, on some levels, I hate to say it, but sometimes that could be birth, because the bear is about sometimes a female card, a mama bear type, and then you have the child there. But that being said, that's not really the strongest meaning of that card. What I think this is saying is that this is going to be a very productive time for you. I think that, there are gains, but they might be little small steps forward. In other words, don't expect huge moves forward, but take this a day at a time, because I feel that something is probably coming to you, and it will definitely make you feel more empowered, but take it slow.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe you are a person who is ultimately thinking you are working towards, having a child. And of course, that means, there's a methodology. You need to find, the right father person, have the right kind of relationship. So it could mean that, but I don't think it really means that. It's just was a cute little way of putting those two concepts together. What I think is more likely here is that this says, in strength of some sort or in recognition of your own sense of power, you move forward, maybe not so much that it's cautiously, but just maybe slowly, deliberately, like you feel that you have time on your hand. You don't have to necessarily move quickly towards a biological time clock or anything of that sort, but you have time to maybe move with strength towards what it is you're trying to cultivate.
And that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
And so now it's Jano, our friend Jano.
Good to see you. Got you in today.
I hope you're still hanging around, waiting for a question from us.
Hey, you are welcome, Julia. Good luck.
Welcome.
You'll have to keep us posted.
Yeah, I hope I
want to know if something new begins. You're definitely moving towards a more calmer, peaceful place where, things feel better, like things are improving, conditions are improving.
Oh, I just sort of see that the feeling just seems to be more open towards a give and take of stuff, emotions, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there was a lot to unpack there.
All right. So, Jano, are you here? Because it's late, you would probably miss your chance if you're not here. We would move on, and then that would be it.
Let's give Jano a moment.
So we'll give you another moment.
And don't forget, this Saturday,
Happy hour.
What? Mr. O is working again.
But we're still going to do happy hour.
But it'll definitely be just an hour long, a single card message from Spirit, just to brighten your day and to encourage you. Positive energy always.
Thanks. We would like to hear about that. We always like to get a little feedback on what our readings may have indicated for people and whether, they value that or not.
Last call for Gino.
All right, then. I guess we'll go on to Shafaya. Hope I'm saying that right.
Shafia or Shafaya, you are up.
All right.
Okay, there it is. Sure, absolutely. Let's check.
Okay, I'm going to use my Nefertari Tarot. Well, that's sure a mouthful.
Get a software engineering job in August. Let's do 3 cards, though, and see what it looks like. We could do a yes/no after.
For a minute I thought you were talking about pizza, but I realized now you're talking please. So
Please.
I apologize. What has pizza got to do with software?
No, software engineering
Obi,
job.
you've been up too late, maybe. I don't know.
You're so silly.
We have your question. You don't need to repeat it anymore.
All right. Let's see what we have. Let's do 3 cards first.
Yes. And then if we don't find the answer there, we'll try a yes or no.
We have the 4 of Cups upright.
Okay.
Ooh, this time we have the Magician again, but the Magician is upright. Oops. And we have the Queen of Swords upright. Okay, so
Looks pretty positive in a way.
So I don't know if Vasim has applied for a job, but this looks very promising. I'll just say there's a lot of thought that's been put into this, and a lot of care. So I feel that Vasim is ready to make this move. I feel here the Magician indicates that this person is well suited for this job and that has the skills, the training, and will be able to showcase them and impress people with, the knowledge and skills that they have. And also the Queen of Swords is here upright, which indicates to me that if they are going in for interviews and things like that, the prospects of getting a job or looked upon favorably is there. It's very, very positive.
And I'm glad you told us they did apply.
Okay.
We feel strongly that, of course, anything can change. Tarot is a snapshot. These cards look really positive, but we could never say totally this guarantees it. But the factors seem to be that they are well suited, well prepared, well organized, determined, willpower. They have a complete range of what is needed. So they are very much a desirable candidate.
Hey, you know what? Go ahead. I'll let you go.
The fact that the Queen of Swords is there just seems to be that there is a favorable outcome or position or judgment decision going on there.
Decision rendered.
Right.
Go ahead. I had an idea about that.
The 4 of Cups really looks like it is a period of contemplation, perhaps. So whether that's on their part, Vasim's part.
I was going to say on their part. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know that it indicates anything other than the fact that maybe they really feel, this just sort of backs up this one, that they feel really prepared and like they know as much as they need to know about this job. It's always good to know something about the kind of company or work you're doing.
I feel here that maybe as far as the interview goes, or if it's not this job, I don't know, sometimes it's good to keep applying places, because if one doesn't come through, another one will. But what I'm going to say here about this interview, if this is about that, the Four of Cups could indicate to me that that they are thinking about this right now. This is them examining skills and qualifications that Vasim has, and they will render a decision. And personally, I feel when the Queen of Swords is upright, it's usually a positive omen. But let's take a look at what the Lenormand might add. I don't even think we have to do a yes/no. This looks positive.
Yeah, this is pretty positive. We wouldn't need to do that. So I am just going to, and you're welcome. Naturally, of course, this is the part where something doesn't go right.
Uh-oh, so you pulled a bad card. We'll see what we get. Oh, uh-oh.
So I have pulled the snake.
Uh-oh.
The bird
it's
flew.
by your feet.
The bird flew.
The birds flew the coop.
Sorry.
Okay.
Why'd you draw another one?
They were in my hand, so we have to take it.
Oh, okay.
I have to take it. They both came out together. So I'm looking at this here, and it's interesting because, yeah, this is the only wrench I see here, is that there may be, there may be not everything on the up and up here. And by that I mean, Shafia, by that I mean is that maybe, there might be some delays, there might be some things about salary or benefits that wasn't made clear in the beginning. And so there might be some little obstacles here. There might be some obstacles in communicating this decision too.
I almost get the feeling like they almost have no choice but to hire Vasim, even if there are some concerns that they may have that are either valid from their way of thinking or not really valid. Like, I'm wondering if maybe there was somebody who was also trying for this position and maybe was jealous and wants to sort of poison things, but it's just a casual thought. I don't really know that for sure. I just sort of feel like maybe there was some push and pull, but that ultimately they would want to decide to pick them.
I kind of also look at this and think to myself, okay, look at the birds in the middle here. I'm thinking that competition is steep right now. There's lots of people vying for these jobs. And so definitely it's not going to be an easy decision, but don't be deceived in that something won't happen. Vasim deserves a position, and I think it will happen, so I'm hopeful. And so was that the only interview that... Well,
no, I think she's talking about the range of interviews for other jobs too, probably.
Evil energies, well... The snake is not a positive sign in the Lenormand, I will say that. I don't know if it's necessarily evil, but sometimes it's deception. In other words, that maybe people aren't always upfront about things like, when they're talking about the job in the beginning, or when they put, the ad out for the job, or, the job information out. They leave things out until they make the offer. And then suddenly the offer's different. So there could be some deceptions there. That's all I see.
That's what I thought too. I don't feel that this is evil per se, an evil energy. And no, we read for you, Jasmine. Hold on a moment. I just sort of feel like maybe, like what Banshee said, there may be some deception about what he understands about the job and what they intend on it. Nothing here indicates time-wise to us. So it's hard for us to say when, but the energies seem more immediate than not. I'd like to think that maybe this could happen, within a few weeks or so. Jasmine...
I can explain it.
Okay.
We're reading for Shafia now, Jasmine. Jana wasn't here. Juliet, we also read for because she was after you, and then we read for you. We did your reading. We didn't know you weren't here.
Violet has also responded. Thanks, Violet. And yeah, okay. So just you should be able to rewind and see the reading. It was a pretty good reading, so I hope you get something out of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
I really will be curious to see if something happens. If it's not this interview, there may be something else out there. So keep faith alive, because I really feel here that definitely deserves a position. You know, everything looks so positive here. So we're pretty hopeful, and wish you luck with that. Wish him luck with that.
all right, so that's what we had.
And thanks for waiting. We're glad we could read for you.
And Sunman has pretty much demolished the set. He's pushed the camera out of the way and everything.
Hey, Austino, you are up.
And I'm not sure if Austino's still here.
Oh, he talked a little while ago, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, we'll see. I'm going to try to repair the set. Hi, Austin.
There you are. All right, you are up. Got a question? We are ready. And then Violet.
Can you...
What? Oh, it's Sunny? Well, if I move him, it might be...
We'll just deal.
Yeah. We got 2 readings, Mr. O.
That's right. We can deal. We're only just broke 9 o'clock. What you got, Austino? Asking Spirit.
Good. You're welcome, Shafia. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We receive your blessing of abundance. Thank you so much.
So you want to know if the month's going to end with a bang or with a whimper. Okay.
That's the spirit. You know, the ancient Celtic or otherwise harvest festival is this weekend, and of course it is a time of abundance for a lot of people.
That's right. It's one of my favorite times of the year to celebrate.
Sometimes called Lugnasad.
Should be a lucky time for me. Mega Millions.
Lunasa, Lugnasad, Llamas. I'm more of a Llamas, than... Lunasa sounds like somebody's hacking up something.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I'm sorry. Apologies.
It's also around my aunt's birthday, which is a lucky time for me, my late Aunt Mary. We started doing this 4 years ago on the anniversary of her birthday.
Oh, wow. How cool.
Ah,
There you go.
that's awesome. Good for
I love
you.
your work, Austin. And I want some
Okay,
of your
well, we do
strawberry pie,
have-
Violet.
The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Oh, man. This is kind of cute. But actually, it's upright. The Seven of Swords upright.
There's that Seven of Swords
Darn,
again.
and Six of Pentacles upright. Well, don't count your pentacles before they're hatched, right? No. But the Queen of Pentacles just indicates here, hey, you know what? If you're doing well financially, you got to manage it well as well. And you may be thinking of some real out-of-the-box kinds of ways to increase your wealth or abundance right now. If the energies have been leading you that way, this is a time of thinking of creative solutions to either managing your wealth or making more money for yourself. And I feel here we've got that Six of Pentacles again. This is one of those things, cash in, cash out situations. But this is also saying, if you're having good times, be sure to somehow give back. Because, the law of abundance is in effect here. And what you give out, you receive back in kind. So make sure that, you keep that balance going here. And maybe the Queen of Pentacles reversed is saying, maybe you got to work on that a little bit. But you are on the road to thinking of some real creative ways to generate more income, to find more financial security.
Well, you asked if this was going to go out on a bang or possibly conversely, if it would be a dud. And I sort of think it could go out on a little bit more of a high note than not. And I'm looking at this card in the middle here as being that indicator. The Seven of Swords upright. This may be saying that you are planning a caper. I know it sounds, hilarious, but like maybe you're planning some sort of coup or victory, something that you want to do a little bit cleverly under the radar to kind of win a situation or prove a point or advance your notions here. What that could be about really is about what you're doing to try to take care of yourself in a way, to try to bring more healing to yourself or more satisfaction to yourself, Austino. But on the other side of that, though, too, is always that idea that, for you especially, because I know you, that what you take in, you also want to give back, too. And so to you, it's the idea really of how you can do this, because you don't really want to necessarily draw attention to yourself. There's a sort of sense about being a little bit under the radar with that. So I think that's what you're going out with a bang is trying to do something really cool without necessarily making it look like you planned it, like it happened in a way or something. What? You think I'm a jerk, don't you?
I was focusing on pulling the right card out of here.
I saw your little smirky smirk.
This is not bad, just necessarily. We'll see what he gets. But I'm only saying that because if Anthony's still here... we have the anchor.
Oh, and the lily. Wow. Well, I guess this is really saying, maybe in a way, and I almost touched on it, that you're sort of going to try to root yourself in evolving. You're kind of sort of want to hold on to the line of working towards or working with positive growth.
This might be a time to drop anchor and really go with what you know right now. I don't know why I'm feeling here. Yeah, there's growth, there's knowledge, there's maturation, but I feel like you've reached a stage right now where you can kind of drop your anchor and settle down. Settle down with what you're doing right now because you're on the right track.
You're welcome, Jasmine. Thank you for that. And yes, I think,
You're welcome, Jasmine.
I hope you got something nice out of this, because I sort of feel like this is saying really something cool's about to happen for you. And it may not be a big bang, but I think it's really about you choosing
settling
something.
in.
Yeah.
Settling in and going kind of with finding your flow, because there's that Six of Pentacles too, kind of finding your rhythm and your flow. So I like it. I like it all the way around. Good luck with that, Austin.
Thanks, Austin.
Looking good. And Violet Lotus, you are up.
Hope to see you guys at the store soon. At the bakery.
If you ever get a weekend off again.
Yeah, I know. I've been working a number of Saturdays.
He's going to be working some extra hours, too, for a while.
Yes, that's the cool thing. I'm getting some extra hours.
Filling in for someone.
You're so welcome, Ostino.
All
Say hi
right.
to everybody for us.
Okay, Violet, what you got?
Cheers.
I'm mixing them up good, these Lenormand tiles. All right, Mr. O, it's going to be your deck.
I'm going to use the Crowley Tarot, if you don't mind. We love Austin's Family's Bakery. We used to go there for years now. And, of course, wonderful bakery items. And then I used to put some doll displays up there. And you did some more business things with them at one point, too.
Okay, Violet's trying to decide between something. What's her last message? She might have gotten pulled away, so let's... There it is. Okay. I'm going to ask. Okay. Let's see what we have. What does Spirit have for you? Spirit always has something. That's for sure.
They have a couple of other ventures going on that we wish them well on and hope that works out, the bakery. And it might be something advantageous for other things as well.
Well, when we lived in the little town of Hamtramck, we lived a half a block away from a bakery. And we would leave our house sometimes and you could just get the smells of the bakery all the time.
They had crazy chickies.
Krusciki? Angel wings?
Yes. My niece calls them crazy chickies, but it's krusciki, which is a Polish word for angel wings, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. People say it differently. I've heard it said in Kruszczyk.
We could try that later for you.
They had great bread. I will say that. I loved their buttermilk rye bread. It was to die for. It was so good.
I have to watch it with the whipped cream. I really can't tolerate extremely rich food or only smaller amounts of it. So a lot of times I look longingly at whipped cream, realizing that
and they have the greatest cinnamon rolls.
Eat too much, I will Ralph. Okay. The Princess of Swords. Reversed.
Okay, it's all right.
That's the Page of Swords. The Magician reversed.
Mr. O.
Oh dear. But the Five of Discs upright.
Wow. Mr. O's cards aced it, didn't he? What has he done? Well, Spirit has this for you right now, Violet. You know what? We can't always be at the top of our game magically. There are things that throw us off. And sometimes it has to do with worries about, things going on in life, in the world, I feel like the Five of Pentacles here is just indicating that, there might be a lot of things Spirit is saying that is occupying your space in the mundane world right now when I see this. And even though you've been good and you've been following things, it's like you really are being affected by some of the things that are going on around you. Maybe it's worry about rents going up. Maybe it's worried about, how to make ends meet, not enough money coming through, etc.
You're worried, like many of us probably are, about the entire state of things right now, the control that we have over our lives. The magician,
that's a really good point.
The magician is such a metaphor for every person's personal autonomy, what we can do to create and order our lives. And a part of that also extends to the idea that you feel that sometimes it's not easy to decide how correct or incorrect, how proper or improper you need to be when you're addressing these things. That sometimes you feel like you just need to scream into the void or not be polite and tactful about what's going on. And I think that's a big part of what's influencing you right now, is the inability to really totally get it off your chest one way or the other, to maybe pour yourself into the creativity you need to focus yourself to work a better magic that will at least be cathartic for you, or, finding a way to just vent somehow.
Actually, as he was reading there, I had this epiphany, and I really feel that Spirit is not really giving you a message about your magic, because actually I think you're doing okay there. But I do think now they are looking at what's going on in your mundane life right now, in the mundane world, and it's similar to what he said here, this Magician card. It is about this sense of powerlessness, this inability to feel like, you can control these circumstances that are happening. And, they don't just bode well for you, but they don't bode well for the community at large as well. And you feel it, you feel it. And oftentimes we just don't know how to communicate it or what best we need to do to stabilize things.
And that's that Princess of Swords reversed too, in a way, because really I think that this could be about your magical world too, but really these things impress upon each other when you don't have the control in your real world, and you have the worries of what's going on in the real world. It is going to make you less likely to have that control in the magical worlds, in the other realms that you're riding through, all of that stuff. And so you have to be very careful about this control. This is a secondary warning about having that sense of control. It's about the grace
you have
attack
to guard
too.
what you say. Choose your arguments well, or debates well. I would say that might be a sign of that. But one other thing stands out to me, Violet, here, and I just want to bring it up, is that Spirit might be wondering about you right now. Are you feeling healthy and well? Maybe right now, everything is working for you on a magic level, but this might also be a call to take care of yourself as well during these turbulent times.
So let's pull that Lenormand. Ooh. Whoa!
Well, that's kind of rough and tumble.
You saw it?
Of course. You show me your card and you should not. But
Why?
because I don't like to see it in advance of my pull.
The whip. Whip your card. The mountains. Well, I guess this would be saying really that as the problems become more evident in a way, or as the struggle becomes more evident, like maybe things will define themselves as more clearly, you can see, that's what the problem is. You have to just really take it on directly. You have to be direct and swift with dealing with what those situations are once you can finally understand them or see what you can do with them.
Well, what I know, there's only so much we as individuals can do. We can vote, we can protest, we can write letters, we can rant on social media. But the thing is that, we can organize. There is that. So I feel here that, as obstacles and things are starting to appear, you just have to move fast to meet them head on. Just be direct, meet them head on. Find solutions to things that work for you. In particular, if inflation's starting to get to you, I know that they said on TV, for example, yesterday that people are spending approximately $100 more for groceries than they used to. And I actually know for a fact that is actually what it's been for me. It's been $100 more for groceries, and it's terrible. So, you have to just meet it head on and find solutions. Whether it's clipping coupons, whether it's eating less, eating out less, whatever the case may be, it's time to find solutions. And if this is wearing on you, if the collective angst that's going on is wearing on you, then don't struggle through it. Meet it head on and do something about it. Turn off social media for a while, or turn off the news for a while. Don't be uninformed, but just take breaks for yourself, so it's not so overwhelming. And that's what we have for you. That's I don't know what to say. His Jack of Reversals, except the Five of Pentacles, which I wish was reversed. How did that
Yeah,
happen?
in a way that would have been helpful.
Interesting.
All right.
All right. That's what we have for you. Well, just ignore me out there when I rant on social media. Because I'm in the mood of I can't ignore it anymore. And I'm just going to keep calling things out as I see them and remind people how important their vote is and what and who they vote for. So, But anyway, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
And that's our show.
And that's our show. We're a little late. But anyway, thanks everybody for joining us today. It's been a great time. Hope you all enjoyed it. And we will be seeing you soon. Do come to happy hour on Saturday. We can forget the world weary stuff and have a happy, fun hour.
Make a date with happy hour.
All right, everybody. Take care. And we will see you soon.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.